Most manipulation doesn't start with control. It starts with a test, a small one, almost invisible. And if you don't recognize it, you fail it without even knowing. Manipulators rarely attack directly. They observe, they probe, they measure your emotional reactions. Because before someone tries to control you, they first need to know, how easy are you to influence? Here's how they find out. Test number 1. The disrespect probe. A subtle interruption, a slight delay in response, a dismissive tone, a joke at your expense. Nothing extreme, just enough to see what you'll tolerate. If you laugh it off nervously, over-explain, or try to win their approval afterward, you've signaled low resistance. High-status individuals respond differently. They don't overreact, but they don't ignore it either. They acknowledge it calmly. They maintain eye contact. They adjust tone slightly. And the message is clear. I noticed. That alone changes the dynamic. Now test number 2, the boundary push. They ask for something slightly unreasonable. Your time, your availability, your emotional energy. Maybe it's, can you do this quickly for me? I know it's late, but don't be so sensitive. They are measuring compliance. If you immediately accommodate, you train them to push further. Because manipulators escalate gradually. They never start with something big. They conditioned you step by step. Each small yes builds a pattern, and patterns are predictable. High-status individuals don't react emotionally. They respond with clarity, not tonight. That doesn't work for me. I'll think about it. No long explanation. No apology. No defensive energy. Short answers create authority. Now, here's something even more subtle. Test number 3. Emotional provocation. They criticize lightly. They compare you to others. They withdraw attention suddenly. They create emotional instability. Why? Because if your mood depends on them, they gain leverage. If you chase after distance, you've confirmed attachment. An attachment without boundaries creates imbalance. The moment someone realizes they can control your emotional state, the hierarchy shifts. High-status individuals stay centered. If attention is withdrawn, they don't pursue. If criticism is said, they evaluate calmly. If compared, they don't compete. Because they don't derive identity from external validation. And that independence makes manipulation expensive. Now, let's go deeper. Why do these tests work? Because most people fear rejection more than they value social exclusion used to mean death in evolutionary terms. So, your nervous system is wired to avoid conflict. Manipulators exploit that wiring. They create small moments of discomfort to see whether you prioritize belonging or authority. If you choose belonging at all costs, you lower your perceived status. If you maintain self-respect calmly, you increase it. But here's the critical point. High status does not mean aggressive. It means emotionally unshakable. Aggression is often insecurity in disguise. True power is stable, measured, intentional. Now imagine this scenario. Someone interrupts you mid-sentence, low status response. You always interrupt me. That's so rude. Emotional, reactive. Manipulator learns. You're easy to trigger. The status, response. Pause. Look at them. Continue speaking at the same pace, or sigh calmly, I wasn't finished. No anger, no escalation, just grounded certainty. That response forces recalibration, because tests only continue when they succeed. The moment you pass one calmly, future tests decrease. Now, let's address something important. Not everyone who tests you is a villain. Some people test unconsciously. Humans constantly evaluate hierarchy. It's instinctive. The question isn't, how do I avoid being tested? The question is, how do I respond when it happens? And the answer is always the same. Slow down. Lower emotional reactivity. Shorten your sentences. Maintain posture. Control breathing, because physiology influences perception. If your body remains stable, your voice follows. If your voice remains stable, others feel Italiano. Power is transmitted through nervous system regulation, not through dominance displays. Here's a final, advanced insight. The most powerful response to manipulation is selective non-participation. Not fighting, not proving, not defending. Simply refusing to engage in the frame. If someone tries to provoke jealousy, you don't react. If someone tries to rush you, you move slower. If someone tries to guilt you, you don't absorb it. You let the emotions stay with them. Because manipulation only works when you internalize the pressure. When you stop internalizing, you become difficult to move, and people stop pushing what doesn't shift. That is how status solidifies, not through dominance, but through emotional gravity. So the next time someone tests you, don't focus on winning. Focus on remaining steady, because the person who remains steady cannot be repositioned, and the person who cannot be repositioned automatically defines the hierarchy. Once you start seeing these tests, you'll recognize them everywhere, and when you stop reacting to them, you stop being measured.